Hey everybody, it's Yo Taylor back here at the Style Table on My Style Mondays. I am here with a fellow stylist and image consultant, Terry Riley. She is a lady who, from the time she was a teenager, fashion is her passion. And she has styled women since she was a teenager. She's been styling, her friends and everybody. I can totally relate because when it's just in your blood, it's in your blood. And she is doing her thing and loving it and loving her life. And she's going to share with us her journey into style and fashion and how, she decided to take this passion and start expanding it and doing great things with it and helping women. Terry, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Shalonda, for having me. It is such a pleasure to be here with you, and I love you. I mean, we're like you said, we're stylists, and we just we get each other.
Exactly. And the thing with stylists, you guys, I personally think personal styling is a part of your self-care. And like with anything, like with your hair, with your, when you find that hairstylist and you're just, that's the person you connect with. It's like with uh, anyone that you hire, you connect with them on a personal level. And style is, and fashion is very personal.
Yep.
And that's why everybody's unique and you definitely connect with somebody. And when you get a great stylist, which I think is really good because you can't wait. You can't wait for the perfect this or that or you
No.
need somebody to help you get dressed in a hurry. And that's why Terry's going to tell us about how she started out right now.
Okay, I will. I will. Thank you so much. Um, so, like Yolanda said, I've always had a passion for fashion. Growing up, I didn't realize that I used fashion kind of as an outlet because I was bullied and teased growing up. I was teased because of my dark complexion. I was told that I was ugly, and I believed it. But what I
Mhm.
did behind closed doors, I would play with my Barbie dolls. I would dress them up. I would put on outfits. And I realized when I got dressed and I looked good on the outside, it made me feel beautiful. It made me feel pretty on the inside. And that's just where it started. And so I spent countless hours just putting together outfits. It just made me happy. And so growing up in high school, my girlfriends, they'd be like, Terry, what should I put with this? Or how should I wear this? Or what shoes should I wear? And for me, it was like, that's easy. These or that. I was like, you don't know? You're like, no, no, I don't know how to do this. And I didn't even realize that it was a gift. I mean, it really is a gift because I love it and it allows me to help other women look and feel beautiful. And so, actually, during the pandemic is when I really stepped out and started my own business, Empowered Styles. I had previously became a stylist with a fashion clothing company about 10 years ago because I just love the clothes. And being with other women and helping them put together outfits, I just realized there were so many women that felt like I did when I was growing up. They didn't feel pretty enough. They didn't feel good enough. But when you put on that outfit and they know that they know that they know that they look good, oh my God, the light just comes through. They light up, they put a little bit of pep in their step. And that just, as a stylist, that just warms my heart and just makes me feel so good because I'm able to share and pour into another woman. I just love it.
I totally relate to your story almost word for word. Except I was a tomboy, so not too many Barbie dolls, but I was teased too in school and I was awkward and I was tall, so I had no talent for sports because big feet and skinny legs. I was like a baby giraffe. So I found my voice and my um, my talent through styling. It was like almost like a refuge.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then you get to be better and better at it. And then people start asking you how you do it. And so you've been helping women via a clothing line, and now you source from everywhere. So, tell us more about like how you're in the DMV area. And so how do you connect with women? Do you find that you meet women, and how do you uh, communicate with them as far as how do they know that you're a stylist? And they look at you and go, oh, she looks fabulous. I know that. So how do you introduce yourself and let them know, hey, I can help you if you need help? How do you reach out to them?
Most of most of my clients are by referral. I have friends and family that refer clients to me. But like you said, when you're a stylist, even just going on errands, I mean, I can put on jeans and a t-shirt, but I just gotta like put on the cute earrings and the shoes and whatever. It's just that's just part of who I am. And so being out and about and just not being quiet because growing up I was a little quiet, being teased, you really don't want to put yourself out there. But I love color. I love unique pieces. And so I do get stopped quite a bit when I'm out and about. It's like, oh, I love your shoes or I love your jacket or whatever. And I just start a conversation. And I'm like, you too can, look like this. I mean, it's all about stepping out of your comfort zone. Because
Mm.
some women are really shy about what they wear because I've always done it this way. I've always worn this. I've always worn black. I've always done this. Step outside of that because inside of you, because a lot of women that I met say that. But when we start playing around in the clothes, or I say, try this on or try that on, it resonates. And they're like, yeah, I love it. Yeah, I can wear this. Yeah. I mean, so it's there. It's there. We just want to just pull it out of you. That's all. That's it. We want to just pull it out.
So, Terry, do you feel like this that, and I'm sure you get this, but do you feel that sometimes we as women, we get in a rut, a style rut, and we're so busy taking care of everybody and we're always last. And so, like, do you hear when women say, I used to be the best dressed, or I used to be stylish, and now I'm just kind of like, doing my thing, I'm not really paying attention. Do you feel like you attract women who are going through that issue?
I have heard that from women, and that just really breaks my heart because they'll say, yeah, I used to get dressed up. I used to wear this, but I don't do it anymore. And I'm like, why? Why? You're because they don't feel maybe they gain a few extra pounds or got a few gray hairs or a couple of wrinkles. And I say, you're still beautiful. You are beautiful. You may not be the same beauty that you think 10 or 20 years ago, but you're beautiful right now. And so dress that body as it is today. Love yourself. And that's where it starts. It starts with us in self love. When we kind of lose that and we focus on other things and other people and put ourselves in the back burner, that's what happens. We got to just love ourselves. And when you start loving yourself, I mean, I understand because I've been there. I was there. When you don't love yourself, how can you be the best you when you don't love yourself?
Yeah, because you guys, sometimes you have to, we forget. I mean, even as a stylist, I forgot. But I had my son tell me, are you really going to my open house looking like that? And I'm like, well, put on some makeup, mom. I'm like, wow. And so you forget yourself. And you forget because you're so busy living life. And we have to remember that we like she said, we are put yourself, you're allowed, it's okay to put yourself first sometimes. It's okay to treat yourself and take care of yourself first. Sometimes it's okay.
It's okay, and I understand what you're saying about not being the stylist because during the pandemic we didn't know what was going on. I mean, it was just such a crazy time, and I found myself not wanting to get dressed up. That was not who I was, but I would put on like the leggings or the sweatpants, and you said no makeup, and I realized looking in the mirror, I was like, wait a minute, girl, you got to get yourself together. So even when I wasn't going out, but just being on Zoom, I would get dressed up. I would put on the makeup. I would, because when you start going down that road, man, it's hard to pull yourself out of it. You've got to be able to look in the mirror and realize that clothes are so much more than just clothes. It's much more than a pretty blouse or a pretty dress. It allows you to build your confidence in yourself. It changes your mood. You put on a nice happy color like yellow. I love bright colors. So if you put on a yellow or orange or whatever, I mean, it's going to change your mood. You walk out the house, I mean, it changes your day. We all know that. If you put on something that you don't feel quite right, or it's too tight, or you're self conscious, you're going to be thinking about that all day long. You're not going to be able to focus on what you need to focus on. And so, looking good, it is so much more than just looking good. It's about being the best you, the best version that you can step into the world.
Yeah, because frankly, in the first 27 seconds, people are sizing you up, period.
Oh, yeah.
They're sizing you up in the first 27 seconds, and they know whether or not they want to talk to you, or they think that you even have anything that they would want to. If you had, if they're wondering whether or not you're going to say anything that is of purpose. Because if you look tired, you dress like the energy that you want to get back. And I also say you dress like what you want to catch if you're out there dating.
Oh, my goodness. So
So if
true.
you look tired, you're going to attract tired. If you look, if you look good and you're put together, you're going to attract that same energy. And that's what you want. And I know we don't always feel that way. And it's easy, like you said, on Zoom. Sometimes I talk to women I interviewed so many women who do presentations and things, and we were talking about Zoom. And many times they decided, because you get in a rut, to get fully dressed, shoes, everything, but it totally transformed their mindset and
Yeah,
how they delivered the information, even through Zoom. So that's definitely important. So you're so right. When you show up and you are looking good and you feel good in your clothes, that positive energy you're going to get back, and that's what you
absolutely.
want.
Absolutely. And I love what you said about the first impressions of, I usually say it's like 7 seconds because it's really quick. And on
Yes.
video, it's like less than 3 seconds. I mean, less than 3 seconds, someone's already decided who you are, what you're about. And I say, your outfit or your whole demeanor, I mean, it speaks before you even open up your mouth. Before you even say a word, it's already spoken for you, you know?
Exactly.
And so you really want to be just true to who you are.
Yeah, and wear things that are comfortable. Like Terry was saying, this was so important. What she said: if you're pulling and tugging on your clothes, they don't fit. They don't fit. Let it go. Buy the larger size and get it tailored. Don't even mess around. Because if you're pulling and tugging, that also sends a message as well about
Absolutely.
yourself.
Absolutely. If you're pulling and tugging, and a lot of women, I found this too, and you probably have too. Women do not want to buy a larger size, so they'll buy the size that they think they should buy because they've always exactly. And I say, okay, buy the larger size and just clip out the size, so when you don't have to see it when you put it on. you
Right.
know?
Listen, you guys. The numbers in those clothes were created. The whole sizing thing started in 1939 by the Department of Commerce. Who was the head of the Department of Commerce? Do you think it was women? No, it was a bunch of
Exactly.
dudes measuring about 15,000 women they were paying to measure.
Yeah.
So with that, who's coming in 1939 to get measured? People who are hungry, right? So they're probably malnourished. So we got to let that go. I mean, in 1958, they changed the sizes again. Why? Because they can.
Yes.
That's why I said these numbers are just like in 1958, they said a size 8 was a 31 in your bust area and a 23 in the waist. That was a
Like
size 8.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just they come up with the numbers, they create the numbers, and then we fall into this mindset that this number is so important.
exactly. Let it go. Let the numbers go. Just let it
Yes.
go.
Let it go. Free yourself.
Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. Free yourself.
Absolutely free yourself. Free
Right.
yourself.
Right. Because you can get dressed in a hurry. Like if you go into a fitting room, and Terry, I know you can speak to this when you go in a fitting room with someone and they go, "Oh, I love this, but oh, it's just I'm gonna wait until I lose weight." The Today Show's not waiting on you to wait.
No,
They need you on air. And this is something that you like and you think you can wear it. Get it the larger size so you can go ahead and do what you have to do. Nobody's waiting on you to lose the extra 10 pounds. Nobody's doing that.
no. Just go
Yeah.
up. Nobody's gonna know. Who's gonna know but you? Nobody's gonna know.
Nobody knows. Unless they want to die because they took their hand and stuck it in the back of your dress.
Exactly.
Nobody is going to look at the side. They're just people are just, especially in this self-love movement. Embrace that. Embrace
Exactly.
loving yourself. Like Terry said, you can look good right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Honor the body that you have today. Tomorrow's not promised, you know? And so you said you're
Ooh.
gonna wait until you wear you lose the weight to fit the clothes. Wear it now. Honor this body. You're blessed to be here. Honor the body that you have today.
Now that's real talk because life, opportunities are never lost, they go to other people. And so if you're in business for yourself and you need to get dressed and you need to uh, go to whatever big meeting, you have a big presentation, you don't have time to waste. You need to
Oh,
look good now. And if you find something that you really like, don't give up on it. Just get the larger size. You guys, a lot of these manufacturers, these designers, they design for, as you know, they design for the runway, they design for the mall stores,
yep,
design separately for the department stores. They even design for those outlets, y'all. So
yeah.
one size 6 or one size 12 or whatever your size is going to vary even in that one designer. So you
Oh yeah, and when you start comparing designers, I mean, you could have six pair of jeans, all size six, and they're gonna fit differently.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't really worry about that. Go ahead and buy the larger size, especially when you're running out of time. How do you feel about give us some tips as far as tailoring, Terry? What do you recommend as far as um, getting clothes tailored?
Oh, I recommend that every woman should have a good tailor because, like you said, on the rack, I mean, it's great. Most women can't fit clothes off the rack. You have to have things tailored, and fit is more important than anything. Because if it doesn't fit right, I don't care how much you pay for it. I don't care how pretty it is. If it doesn't fit right, that's what people are going to remember. That's what they're going to notice. Because if it's just pulling there and buttons popping, but you got it on because it's a size six, no, go up a size, like Yolanda said, and get it tailored. Get it tailored to fit you. So when you do walk into the room, you're going to have the whole package because it's one. First of all, it's going to fit nice, and then if it's the color or the style or whatever, but the number one, it has to fit right because if it doesn't, everything else it just goes out the window. That's what they're going to remember. That's just what
There,
they remember.
that's so true because there was a situation. I was at an event and I watched this young lady. She was interviewing people. And I mean, listen, this girl was built. She had a great figure. I mean,
Mm,
just pow, boom, bam. She looked great. But she had on this little skirt and this little tight top. And she was interviewing people. But the whole time she's pulling and tugging the whole time. I couldn't listen to the interview because she was self conscious.
yes.
So when you put it on and you're in the mirror for that moment, yeah, you look good, but can you walk in it? Can you move in it? Are you gonna, like Terry said, if you're gonna be pulling and tugging, nobody's noticing what you're
Mm-mm.
talking about, and you can't get out what you need. because you're so worried about that part in the back of your mind.
That is so true because it's a distraction. And we know when we look in the mirror, we know. We know because if you have to ask somebody, what do you think? You already know. But when you know that you know that you know that you know that you look good, you ain't gotta ask nobody.
Nobody. Woo, that is the
Nobody.
truth. And listen, y'all, you always have those friends, and if you have that person that's kind of like, there's always like somebody in the group, and you ask your girlfriends, and they're going to say, "Oh, yeah, girl, you look good." And then you have that one person who's like the kind of like I call it the undercover hater. She's going to have something negative to say about it anyway. So don't just listen. Call your stylist. We're going to tell you the truth.
Yep,
We don't hate you. We love you because we want you to look good.
absolutely. When you
And if
look
you
good,
don't
we
have,
look good.
yeah, yeah. If you don't have time to go through your closet and do all that, that's the value of a stylist. We're going to help you get that interview, nail
Yep,
that event. We're going to make sure that you look good from the moment you walk in the door. When you feel confident and you have nothing going on in the back of your mind as it relates to your clothes, that's a part of your self-care,
yes,
keeping your mind, reducing that stress, you know.
absolutely, absolutely. And I love that you said that because as stylists, we help women kind of like I do closet audits because we want to
Mhm.
purge all of those clothes that for whatever reason you're holding on to. Your closet should bring you joy. When you walk into your closet, it should bring you joy. When you get dressed, it should bring you joy. When you see pieces that bring you down because you can't fit them anymore, or somebody gave it to you, or whatever relationship, or someone bought it and you're done with that relationship 10 years ago, but you're just holding on to it, but it brings negative feelings. Get rid of it. Let it go. Everything in your closet should be bringing you joy. And when you get dressed, you should have joy when you get dressed.
Exactly. Exactly. I'll never forget my mom said I had this dress from an ex and I had worn and years ago, many years ago. And I said, Mom, should I get rid of this dress? She said, that dress get rid of that dress is bad luck. Get it out of your closet. You're making your closet sad. So that
Mom will
from
tell
then
you.
on, I go through and I purge,
Yeah,
and I know that there are things, we know that there are things you're going to hang on to. Some
yeah.
things, like I even have some things of my mom's because my
Hmm.
mom was such a fashionista. I can still wear some of her clothes.
Mine too.
Yeah, see,
Yes,
see? And so there are things like that you're going to hang on to.
yes.
But I understand. I just let go of this leather mini skirt, Pat Bennett. I call it my Pat Benatar skirt. And I know that, listen, I'm never getting back in that skirt. So I released it. We have to let go. You have the death grip on things. You have to let it go. You're not wearing that. That's just in there. It's just in there on a hanger. Let it go.
I totally relate. I've been there. You want to hold on to it. You want to hold to it. I mean, we know. We've been there. We know. We totally understand. But you got to
And
just let it go.
you have to let it go. Because, actually, we're only wearing 20% of what's in our closet. We go and keep grabbing the same things over and over because it's just safe.
Yep,
Wouldn't it be nice if you hired a stylist who's going to make sure that your closet has everything in it that actually fits you right now?
absolutely. And this is one tip that I give my clients is like, and you can do it anytime, but I usually say at the beginning of the year, turn all your hangers the same way. And then once you wear a piece, turn it the opposite way. And then at the end, you know what you've been wearing at the end of the year. And then you got to look at those pieces you didn't wear and ask yourself, why didn't I wear it? Why is it still in my closet? And if you don't have a good reason, let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Free yourself, free your closet, free yourself because
Free
it's
yourself.
yeah, and then that way you can really see what you have and like you said, you're also, as your lifestyle is changing and evolving, you might be starting a business. You might be going into corporate America as opposed to,
Mhm.
uh, you're tired of running your business. You want to just work a job. Our lives change,
Yeah.
and so should our style. It should align with whatever our current lifestyle is.
Absolutely. I agree. And I work with a lot of women that are done with corporate and they're kind of in their retirement stage. But just because you're retirement don't mean you can't be cute. You still
Listen,
can be you
that's
still gotta be cute.
abs-
Athleisure wear, getting you get dressed up and you go to the Costco. I have a client and I love her. I love her. So she's like, Terry, I'm going to the Costco and I am going to be cute today. And I say, yes, you are going to be cute wherever you go. It just you're a bright light. When you look good and you feel good, you're just a bright light to the world.
exactly. And if you have a business now and you're retired, I mean, this is my second career. And you never know who your clients are going to be, who your customer, if you sell products. So being a retired flight attendant, you're walking through that airport, you guys. I
Yeah.
know it's tempting to want to wear your sweats and your house slippers and all that. I see y'all running. I would used to see y'all running through the airport with your pillows and blanket, look like you're going to go to bed. But when you're sitting in an airport, the world is your stage. You have a world full of clients and customers and opportunities, job
Yeah.
opportunities. You don't know who you're going to end up sitting next to. Your opportunities. Many CEOs and top level business people don't sit in first class. They're sitting in the main cabin, and so you don't know where your opportunities are like. So
Oh,
you need to be dressed where you look alert. And like Terry said, we're athleisure through the airport. There's nothing wrong with it, but you can be cute. Get that put that athleta on, your sweaty Betty on, your fabletics, and look cute.
yes. And you'll feel so differently. Trust us. You will.
That is so right. That is so true. And athleisure is a big part of our wardrobe, as Terry mentioned.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
Who
is.
are what are some of the brands that you recommend for cute athleisure?
Well, of course, I represent Cabby, so that is definitely one. But Lululemon is really nice brand, and there's one other I can't recall. But anywhere, I mean, it just depends on your budget. It really depends on your budget and your taste and your style. So don't let that get into your way that I can't do it because I can't afford it. I don't have the money. We can work on any budget because the goal is to get you to look your best. That's the goal.
Right. And take the stress out of your style. Like I say, take the stress out of your style because it can be stressful. You open your closet and you're like, I have nothing to wear.
How many times have you heard that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And with closet edits or closet cleanse, and you have your closet. What was the title of your program? Your closet,
Closet audit.
your closet audit is to you say, well, why do I need to do this? Because when we do it, and I find that you have five, and you look and go, do I really have five of the same black dress? Yes. Because we're creatures of habit. And so it's easy to buy. I mean, we're saying we're not perfect.
No.
We buy things that you naturally gravitate towards. I mean, I had like 7 black turtlenecks. Really? It's easy. I'm like, well, one's cashmere and one's this. Yeah, there's no justification.
Yeah.
Right. So it's easy, and that's what we're here for. We're here to help you um, take that burden away, especially if you're somebody who doesn't like to shop. And closets can be overwhelming. If you're over 50, Terry, listen, my kids are gone. I've commandeered every closet in the house. So We do that. We do that. And it can be daunting when you walk in your closet and you have an event and you're not ready.
It really can, and I totally get that too, because I have one still in the house, one in college, but one totally out. And yeah, I get that because I have lots of closets, and you really want to organize your closet so you don't waste time trying to find this or that. That's part of it too. So purging your closet, knowing what looks good on you, and if it doesn't fit, donate it because someone else can love it. You know, you can help someone else.
Yes.
Just get rid of it. Like you said, that's freedom. Once you are able to walk into your closet and be able to wear everything in your closet, talk about freedom. You won't bring yourself down picking up a piece. Oh, I can't fit that. Oh, this doesn't, I can't wear this anymore. Or so and so gave this to me, so I'm not going to wear it. Get rid of it.
Let it, yeah,
Just let
get
it
that
go.
bad negative energy. Get those
Yeah.
clothes out of your closet. They make you sad. Move them out. And like she said, donate these clothes. Donate your clothes. Look for your local consignment shop. Guess
Hmm.
who owns those consignment shops, you guys? Women, mostly women. You're supporting women businesses when you do that. Make sure that the clothes are actually, when you're donating those clothes or when you're taking into a consignment shop, because that's money. That's
Yep.
money. Make sure that they're clean. Take them to the dry cleaners. Help them out. Take them to the cleaners. Make sure they're ready to go. And if you donate them, there are plenty of organizations. Do you have any
Hmm.
suggestions, Terry, of where women, especially in the DMV area, can donate clothes? You have any suggestions?
There are quite a few dress for success places. I don't know the names off the top of my head, but actually, um, I have a couple of contacts, women that collect clothes and then they take it to these women's to these different organizations. So the women that don't really have anything and want to get back into the workforce or start their new life, we can help them with the clothes in our closet that we're not wearing. you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I always say, think about battered women's shelters, you guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Because who needs clothes more than a mother running with her babies for safety, escaping domestic violence? She's running with
Hmm.
the clothes on her back. There are young people who are aging out of the foster care system that need clothes, maybe suitcases, things like that that can help as well.
Absolutely.
So, and there's money in those closets. If you're there's 80% at the, if it's something that, your ex gave you and you're just hanging
Yeah.
on to it. Because I call it, when you're in the closet, because we're your girlfriends in the closet. So we're
Yeah.
in there. This is therapy. This when we help you with that. We help you with that.
We
So,
do help you because we understand. We know that it's so much more than clothes.
mhm.
We don't judge. We don't
Right,
judge. We
right,
totally understand.
right. And we're going to make you laugh and you're going to have fun and it's going to be a great experience because we're fun.
We are fun. We we are.
That's right. We like to laugh and we want to take the stress out of it so you can get ready so you're ready to go to be on stage, to accept that opportunity and look good and feel powerful when you're on stage and you're not worrying about, is this sticking out, is this lumping up, and you're not worried about any of that. All you're focusing on is delivering 100% of the information when you need to do it.
Absolutely.
So Terry is going to drop her information into the comments after this
Okay.
program. And please, please, if you hadn't considered a stylist, or if it seems like it's so over the top and only for celebrities, it's not.
Mhm.
It's not. It's a part of your self-care, just like with anything else. And it is more, it's accessible. I'll put it to you that way. It's accessible. So you guys know where to find me. I'm at thestyletable.com. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. And like I said, Terry's going to drop all of her information in the comments so you guys can reach out and connect with her. And we will see you next time on My Style Mondays every week at 7 p.m. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Terry.